lot of damage of equipment happens on the way to the water. Boards are precariously balanced and they fall down in the wind, or wings are attached somewhere where they might flip over and get damaged. So it's important to know how to carry your foiling equipment to the water. So ideally you'd carry your foil board and your wing separately. However, sometimes the car park is a really long way from your launch spot or your beach. So in this case, I'd recommend keeping your wing in your bag and grabbing your wing pump, fastening that to your bag, and then putting your backpack on, and then carrying your foil board so the mast is resting on your shoulder. So I generally would have the foil in front and the board behind, so you've got your eyes on your foil, you know you're not going to bang your nice wings or anything. And then the shoulder strap gives you some padding. So with the North wing bags, you actually have a little molded badge on your shoulder, and this is what we call foil assist. And so this has a couple of little channels either side, and this stops the mast from migrating, from shifting side to side. And it also just distributes that weight a bit more evenly over your shoulder. So at my local spot, I'm lucky enough that the car park is super close to the launch spot. So generally when I get there, I'll rig up my foil onto my board and carry the foil board down to the beach first, and then I'll come back and I'll pump up my wing and get that all sorted and carry that down separately. So there's many different ways to carry a foil board when you've got the foil attached, and so over your shoulder is a good way, but generally once I get onto the beach, or if there's kind of no obstacles around, I tend to use the handle on the bottom of the board, and you can kind of lock the board into your hip and you carry the foil out to the side there. Also, I've been to some beaches where your walkway down to the beach might be quite eroded, and you've actually got to get the board and put it on your head, just to keep that up and out of the way. So there's many different ways to do it, but these are just some that we've found work well. So when carrying the wing, there's a few different things to consider, particularly how windy it is. And so usually you would carry the wing with the front depower handle. And if it's light winds, then it works quite well just with the wing upright in the normal flying position. However, if the wind's picked up and the wing is starting to kind of oscillate side to side, then you might like to try flipping the wing over and carrying the wing still from the front handle but upside down, and this just stops like the tips of the wing contacting the ground and things like this. There's also another technique. If you've got a wing with rigid handles, then you can carry it with the front handle but with your hand slid right to the back of the front rigid handle. So on the North wings, they've been designed and so the front handle is long enough that you'll always be able to find a balance point, no matter what size of the wing, with the rear of that front handle. And so this is a position where the wing will be under control, it's not lifting, it's not pushing down, and you've also, with the rigid handle, you've got a bit better maneuverability, if you're having to kind of duck and weave to get down to the beach somewhere. So once you've got down to the beach, or if you do want to carry them both together, one good tip to remember is to always have the wing in the downwind hand. And so you'll carry your wing in the downwind hand and you'll carry your board with the upwind hand. If you carry the wing and the board in the reverse order, then if your wing was upwind, then it could flip over onto your hydrofoil and put either a tear in your canopy, or even worse, a hole in your leading edge and bladder, and you're having to deal with a much more difficult repair. So a sure way to avoid this from happening is just remember wing in the downwind hand, board in the upwind hand. If you've got any other ideas or tips and tricks about carrying your wing and your foil down to the beach, be sure to let us know in the comments below. We're going to be doing another video shortly about how to handle your gear once you're in the water, and particularly once you're trying to get through waves. So stay tuned and we'll see you soon.